Well, let's see here. I might not be Morgan Freeman, but this is... Classic Gamer Reviews.
Williams' greatest arcade hits for the Super Nintendo is a great game. You got a lot of bang for your buck when you got this. It includes 5 arcade games, and I'm gonna go over them in a random-ass order, starting with Sinistar. So you start flying around in what today's standards would be classified under fucking god-awful sporadic controls. And the objective is to blow up these asteroids to get these things called Cinnabons, which is actually a sick thing to say out loud. Cinnabons. It's at this point that you start to think, this can't be all the game has to offer, and well, it's not. After a set amount of time, introduce Sinistar. Sinistar awakens and holy shit, he is what nightmares are made of.
Where I live.
Before I continue, I want to explain a few things. It turns out that right when the level starts, Sinistar starts to grow. If you die, it is shown how far he is in puberty, as well as how many Cinnabons you have and how many it would take to kill him. It is possible to find Sinistar on the map before he awakens and fuck around with him by shooting him with Cinnabons, and that slows his growth, but it's not recommended, seeing as how he will sometimes just wake up and wreck you. Shit! Yeah, like that. So once he awakens, you have to shoot him with Cinnabons. Easier said than done. You see, the problem is, if you didn't collect enough Cinnabons while he was sleeping, then you're fucked. Random enemies will either steal your Cinnabons, or just fucking intercept a shot that was meant for Sinistar. So if you don't manage to kill him in one clusterfuck barrage of Cinnabons, then just run. My fucking ass tensed up every time Sinistar was even near me. Oh god, get away! There's not much else to say about this game. Once you defeat Sinistar, you just go to another zone and fight, well, another Sinistar. The main problem I have with this game is how fast things happen. Enemies come out of nowhere and then immediately fuck you up. That's really the only justifiable complaint that I have. The controls were a bit annoying, but back then it was acceptable. But there is one more thing I would like to continue talking about before I go on to the next game. Sinistar. His voice is fucking creepy. It scared the shit out of me back when I was a kid, and it scares the fuck out of me now.
Where I live.
He might as well just be saying,
Run, run, run! I'm going to go fuck you.
I couldn't even eat Crunch Bars as a kid, because if I wasn't careful enough, I can make it spell run, and then I would just shit myself. I would tell my parents, oh, you know, I just spilled chocolate or it melted on me or whatever, but no! I shit myself! So, on to the next game, Joust. Oh boy, wowie, I love this game! Joust has you riding on top of an ostrich who can fly, killing parrots. Well, at least that's what I like to think. These do look like parrots, but in reality, they're just other guys riding birds or whatever. The objective is simple. Jump on their heads before they jump on yours. Manage to not fuck this up, and an egg falls. Collect that egg and just repeat. But the thing is, if you don't collect that egg fast enough, a bird comes out of nowhere, picks up the egg, and then becomes faster. It goes red, white, and then blue. And you do not want to fuck with blue. They just go ape shit. They fly everywhere. When you start beating levels, the levels will change. Sometimes platforms will go away and a random hand will come out and fucking grab you into the lava. What is? And then, oh my god, the pterodactyls. They don't shut up. Even after I turned the game off, I was still hearing their damn noise.
Hey, Chris, do you want... Are you serious? Chris, come on. You're like 19 years old and you live like a total slob. I mean, seriously. This is beyond disgusting. And what's with the potato chips all over the back? It's gonna be all greasy. Even your car, you know, it's registered to me. I gave it to you. It's still my car, Chris. And
there are a few things that could use some work. I don't have the footage of it, but I clearly remember one time as a kid dying and not being able to spawn because there were too much enemies on the screen. They were blocking my spawn points. I'd also like to give a shout out to this clever motherfucker. Overall, this is my most favorite game in the whole package. Me and my brother used to play this game all the time as a kid. It has a co-op feature, or a versus feature. Usually it's meant to be played as co-op, where we just fucking jumped on each other's heads. Now it's Defender, my least favorite game in the whole package. It's not that I hate the game, it's just, out of the 5 games on here, this is the weakest. Since the package includes the sequel, in comparison, this isn't as fun. So I'm gonna go over the basics in the first one, and more into depth of the gameplay of the second one. In Defender, the objective of the game is to stop Martians from abducting women and bring them to the top of the screen. If you fail this, the women PMS. When I say they PMS, I mean post-Martian syndrome. What the fuck did you think I meant? All in all, that's pretty much the game as a whole. Save the people, kill the aliens, yada 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 yada. Don't fucking cry. I'm gonna review it more when I go to Defender 2, but now it's Robotron! This game is weird as hell, but I still love it. With its trippy effects, the sounds, the enemies, oh my god, there's so many, how do I fucking do this? This game is at its core just pure fun. It's basic, but I love it. I suck at it, but I love it. I have never really gotten past Wave 10 because, I mean, I don't know. You tell me what I'm supposed to do. I mean, seriously, look at this. This is how you start the level. Gee, I sure am learning from my mistakes. Next time I won't start the game. All in all, there isn't much to say. I mean, it's a very solid shooter. Now you have Defender 2, which is kind of the same as the first Defender. The only difference is being more enemies, a bit more going on the screen at once, and new powers. The objective is still the same, but it's much more fun, because instead of just having flash bombs and horrible teleporting, you now have flash bombs, horrible teleporting, and a badass invisibility cloak. This changes up the gameplay a bit more and allows the objectives of PMS much easier. Punish Martian scum. Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? When you go invisible, you are invincible, and can even ram into enemies to kill them. This was very useful as it allowed me to pull off some fancy ass shit. Once again, you need to kill the Martians before they bring the women to the top. And if you kill the Martian, you have to catch the fucker just like in the other one. So there you go, a bunch of great games and a great package. Granted, 2 of them are very similar, but still, it's a great deal. What I like about this package is that you get to change the settings in each game, so if you're having difficulty, you can turn down the difficulty and even give yourself more lives. In some games, like Sinistar, this is a necessity. The only complaint that I really have about this package as a whole is that none of the games have any music. The graphics aren't good, but that doesn't bother me that much because they stay faithful to the original arcade classics. Overall, however, I had as much fun as I did today playing this game than I did when I was a kid.
Subscribe and like me on Facebook, coward.
Beware, I live, I hunger, I am Sinistar.